Hello, hello. Is anybody here? Yeah, I had to switch from the computer to the phone. Seems like the connection was very, very bad and couldn't be able to do it. I hopefully here it's gonna be better for it. Uh, if it's anyone here, yeah, it's a one person I see just joined in. I wish I had the questions here that were asked for it. Hey, Melina, connection is good now? Okay, back again. Well, there you go. Technical difficulties. It is what that is. Oh, hi, Rami. Glad to have you here. So guys can write again the questions so that way I can see them because I lost the questions that were there for it. I know we talk about the spiritual ascension, the last things for it. Age gap for older woman and a young man. Oh, please. Yeah, this is a. I actually have a person who he's the young one and she's the older, and they got together, but then they got separated together. And during this age gap things, overcoming the age gap shouldn't be a problem. I told you go ahead and look at Charlie Chaplin's things for it. There was a one movie. Jesus, can't remember what was the name, but it was a um, one movie from Spain. It was three friends. What they lived together, and all of a sudden they were young, and each one of them got a different positions. But one of the friends, he fell in love with this painter. She was older lady, and he really, really loved her. And um, of course, they were getting together, and but she always, because she was the older one, she kind of like didn't believe it in the love for it. She was drinking too. She got sick. She got very sick, and he was next to her. He was always next to her, even that she pushed him away and things like this. The love is love. If the person uh, belief in the love inside of himself, belief in the love inside of himself, he acts on the love. If the person doesn't really have the love inside of himself, they will not do it. You can't be in something that you don't have in you. It doesn't work that way, and that's what the spiritual ascension is kind of like helping you out to develop this love, to feel this love, to act in the love of the vibes. The vibes at itself are the ones that kind of like they bring the knowledge. They bring this powerful energy fields, and this is why the twin flames portion, it is about um, when twin flames getting together, they are producing love. You need to understand, producing that love, it's that love, it's the part of God for it. Because when you're producing the love, everybody's looking around you, and then they're adapting that love. Uh, uh, they're getting into. Hi, Deborah. And they are are getting into this love inside of them, and they begin this process of awakening. They begin these situations of awakening. Okay, so let's see. Chats. Live chat. What happened here to look at my chat? I don't see it anymore. What happened to the questions? Can someone type something so I can see my messages? Okay. Okay, age count. My question, can we have more than one twin flame? The reason that I thought is my twin flame, that he was the same spiritual, physical, and mental connection. Maybe yes, we can have more than one twin flame. I'll tell you why. There is a few reasons for it. There is probably the person who I call the spark, who ignites you, doesn't have nothing to do with you. And the twin flame, first of all, you have to become the twin flame yourself, have the flame inside of you. And the person who can be your twin flame is the one who is in the same, the same page as you. They're all on a spiritual, physical, and a mental connection with you, and how they react. You can have a couple of spiritual connections during lifetime, but there's going to be the one that it's designed from God, that will stand. But even those connections who are actually made by God, done by God, you got communications with God, even this kind of high level of understanding, they can fail because of the one or the other haven't let go of the past. They have issues with the previous marriage, or they have issues internally within themselves, and they're not ready to be a twin flame. And they can, you can evolve to the level to be a twin flame, but if you don't perform, the action spoken louder than the words. If you cannot perform as a twin flame, then you not only self-sabotaging yourself, but you also, what you do is that this union, especially if you've been physical with twin flame, this union actually doesn't serve its purpose. And you can create more mass than you can actually rise up, and then you have to redo everything over and over. It all depends on the personality of the level of understanding how the things are, because of this to it. I hope this answered your question. Okay, Deborah. Millie. Still here. Hi, Isabella. Hi, Justin. The only thing in the way, belief system. Hi, Justin. Belief system. There is a difference between a belief system, and there is a difference when there is you, another person, and you feel the presence of God when you're getting together. And when you said, do you understand the responsibilities? And the other person, yes. Do you understand the responsibility? Ask the other person. If they say yes, that responsibility, you taking responsibility for this union in front of God. And then the things can get rough for it if you don't get this parts just enough belief. Your belief is changing when the things are more than just magical, more than just magnificent. You, for example, you need something, okay? All of a sudden, in the next 2 hours, you're walking outside and you find the thing that you need. You just find it. Okay, this is a now acting of something that it's like more than just a look. Okay, you get everything that you need, but the question is once you get everything that you need, you actually going back for some reason, going back into the old belief system, and that old belief system is screwing you up. You haven't let go of the past. You have created things that you did not fully understood. You didn't fully understood your own responsibility in the front of the universe that creates all this. And belief system is a one thing, but when it comes to performance, when the things actually start happening, these magical events, some of the people they begin to use their own ego again, their own will of control. Instead of allowing things to happen, they controlling the things to happen, and they put a control of relationship, they put control of family, they put control on everything that could be even a fear of this, because now what the heck, why did these things are happening? You're like, this is looking like in a movie. Well, you were asked for it. If you ask for it, then when you start getting into it, what the heck, why you have to be scared? You prepared yourself for this. You prepare yourself for this journey. So yeah, the belief system at a certain point, yes, but belief system is changing when the things are getting very high level. Conditioning. In astrologer's perspective, what should I take a close look to my birth chart? You better navigate Twin Flames journey. And what is your view on Venus square North Node? What do you see at this aspect? All right, see, first of all, as an astrology, the astrology that I use for the astrology is for I kind of like a psychology evaluations of the planet, how they're affecting your life for it. And in the birth chart, when you tell me that you have a square, Venus square in the North Node, that's mean that for one reason or another reason, you standing on your love in your female side of energy against your performance of the North Node. It all depends of what zodiac signs they are. If you can write me what zodiac signs are, I can tell you. Also, the correlations with Venus with other planets are important, and also correlations with the North Node itself with the other planets, how they are. So this can talk also about self-sabotaging and love. For it, it is about could be a fear, and it could be also a lack of understanding when you are loved. If that is a, for example, in Scorpio, for it. Hi LTB, hi Isabel. Mel said it pretty good. Belief system are great. They help you keep grounded. Justin, the only time they become an issue when you feel the need of defend them. Uh, okay, Isabella, have a good night. Here it's 3 a.m. Justin, the only time they become an issue is when you feel you need to defend them. What do you mean defend them, Justin? Defend who? You, yourself, or defend the twin flames in general? So, see, can you tell me more about your chart? Uh, where is the Venus and where is the North Node? When you need to defend the belief system. The belief system, okay. It's a one thing to defend something. Um, there was one quote, Justin, for it. You didn't have to defend the something. You let the truth, and the truth defended itself for it. High LT, you defending yourself, you let the truth out, and the truth defending itself. It doesn't need uh, anything to be defended. Um, that is a my point of view. Uh, for it. Let's see, hold on. North Node 11th house in Aries. Okay, so see, if your North Node it's in the 11th house in Aries uh, for it, and you have a square with Venus and Capricorn, that's mean that when your Venus is in Capricorn, it's gonna be focused on the surface, on the service of others. Is gonna be focused into the work. And if you're working so much, you will not understand that this can affect your love relationships that you have to do with your karma that you need to do. And since your karma, it's your primary concern because it's an Aries, and if this is in the 11th house, it's going to be connected with your friends, with your spiritual friends. That Capricorn Venus can be very, um, you can be very hard on yourself, but you also can be a very hard towards others for the better, and the one can affect very much the other itself. What I suggest you is to take a look the other chart, or if you want, let's set up some time to review overall the chart, the whole chart, and we can see more. But since this is a cardinal signs, you need to look at it of cardinal overview of the love itself, especially when Venus is in Capricorn. Do you shift the love from a person to love of servicing others? Maybe you have to combine them together instead of kind of like a separate them for it. Hi, Driven. Oh, you're welcome. See, Karmic. Mimi, what are you talking about, karmic? Maybe I missed it. Deborah, I have been giving up on getting together with who I felt that twin flame connection. Uh, uh, Find connection. I got into a healing relationship for me, for also another challenging relationship, a little bit older man. I'm learning so much and find myself pushing to a broader this man's mindset. It's that the point of this type of relationship. Uh, Deborah, what the point of a relationship is creating a partnership. Uh, Partnership that has purpose. Partnership that you can actually get into this state of internal peace, the love, and doing something out there for it. Maybe just reposting the question again. Uh, and if you went through different relationships, you evolved through them. Every relationship show you same thing. Maybe all the relationships they point to a point you have to look the darkness inside of you, the things that got wrong. Especially right now, this period of a cap of Scorpio that we're looking at it. If you watch the last astrology report, is to see the darkness of others towards you, to see the darkness from you to others, but also to see the darkness inside of you, who you are. I'm sorry, I'm gonna step out for a second. I have some issue nose, so it's kind of hard for me. I hope you understand it. Sorry about that. Okay. I learned so much and find myself getting to broaden this man's mindset. It's that the point. The mindset. What do you mean the mindset of the relationship? Um, you don't look the man's mindset. You also look at of how's your understanding inside of the relationship does. For example, what you guys can do with this relationship, it's creating love. It's all about the end part of this journey is to create love. So God is the creator. He created us. And when he created us, he didn't give us tons of money or big houses or anything. He gave us the most important thing was love. What if he looks for it? It is about love. We to create love. He created us the way he is. He is creator of love. And all he asks in return is we to be creators of love. We to create these love vibes of love. We to help the people with that love. We to perform from that love. We to live from that love. And the mindset it should be basically the mind should be going out. I posting one joke about this, and that joke is like the mind and the heart. They were arguing uh, where to take the people, the persons in life, and the mind was like, "Follow me, heart. I know what I'm doing," and the heart is like, "Yeah, yeah. Every time I'm following, I'm the one who is broken." And the mind says, "Don't worry about it. It's gonna be okay." And they were arguing. The soul was listening to them and told them, "Would you two shut up so I can give you the map?" And that's the mindset should have been. It is to look at it from the soul perspective, from the um, soul point of view about the life for it. Hope you understand and getting it. Um, Mimi, it's just an extension of my question earlier. Basically, uh, wanted to know what is the major difference between a twin flames and the karmic? Oh, major difference between twin flame and the karmic. Okay, it's gonna require some writings. So let's see. So you're born here, right in here. In this, it's your journey, which is destined for it. This is the journey that you are destined for it. Oh, how to do this? Okay, so this is the journey for it. But since you are programmed, you create like this alternative life. And during this alternative life with the karmic, you created here a family, a life, partner, and then you begin to be awake. Once you awake, you realize this was not true. And you had a karma here that you develop. This is the karma that you develop for it. So now when you come here, all this, it crumbles down because it's not anymore supported by wrong beliefs. And now you're here back in your spiritual life. And what's going on is that this, if you have a kid, if you have a partner, you want to understand that the things can go much hectic for it. Feels like um, feels like um, you have to work with, but once you become to awaken as a soul, you understand what you did with the karmic and was you to realize the truth. But you already create a souls. You already have some kind of creations of life with this person. You already have a kid. And you need to understand that when you go into this new awakening, you have to shift yourself and you have to shift and help if you have a kid. But that is a moment of the kids is that they are from the karmic reality. and you are in the spiritual reality, and you can't just satisfy your ego-based family, either ego-based kids. You end up having a lot of issues with kids. Telling you that right away. You kids can be a problem as long as you don't tell them the truth. Don't uh, tell them what's going on, because one of the things is, I even made a post. This it is the pleasure of buying things for it doesn't mean you love them. The kids wants you to buy them things, to give them things. They don't understand the proper way of love. When you become as a spiritual, you have to show them what the love is. And if the kids that were in this karmic situation, they were not properly raised, when you bring your twin flame into this relationship, this karmic relationship, kids, then you haven't fixed the situations. So the karmic, it's needed to wake you up. The question it is what are you going to do with everything? How are you going to unite it? How are you going to put it under one roof? And the twin flame comes in to bring you the new ways for it. Chat. Okay. When did I learn to let go of the word? What word? Expectation. Just in expectations are human behavior. Expectations are they are based of people's words. Uh, the expectations, if you take a look, you have one point of view, and when the people sharing this point of view, you begin to have the expectations of they're going to keep their word, and if they don't keep their word, then the expectations begin to turn to a pain. So if you lose the expectations, you're just going to look the performance, and the performance will actually determine the words, because people can talk, but how many they can do the walk? That is the whole questions for it. And learn the word acceptance. Yeah, you can accept things the way they are for it. What is uh, can you share, please? Do you think that it's true that you can think about your twin flame because it will be energy of chasing? Chasing, you can chase on energy levels, you can chase on any levels. Uh, the chasing at some point it's healthy, at some point it's not. Uh, what I mean by that? For instance, if there is a not resolved issues, if that is a not resolved situations, uh, there is this purpose of chasing can be to resolve the situations so they cannot turn into a karma. But after you express this part and the partner doesn't cooperate, doesn't work on the issues, then the issues are they cannot be solved. They become unsolved. Since they became unsolved, they turn into a karma that down the road they have to be dealing with it. Could be a next life, could be a next thing. But chasing is bad if you have to do some inner work and they have to do inner work on their own. You chasing them, when are they supposed to look inside of them? And that is a situations when things can go wrong. Things can really go wrong in that chasing. Excuse me for a second. All right, I'm back here. Top chat. What is awake for you? Awake. Mm, Awake is to understand the reasons behind of the things that goes in life. Not to be blind for certain things. At some point, you will understand the difference between why, for example, you can just go out to a place and all of a sudden somebody can tell you words and you're like, why are you telling me these words? You actually getting it. You are awake to the things around you. Awake is also to be able to uh, look deep within yourself, but also deep within the others, why they are like this. You awake also, it's awaken within the truth, from within the reality. When the things are getting different, you to go ahead and seek the truth. See, the awakening person is the seeker of the truth. That's what it means to be awake, not to be like everybody else, belief of what's going on, everybody to see what's going on for it. Why are twin flames reincarnate every lifetime? Are the twin flames reincarnate every lifetime together? Nope. That it's a kind of like a. There is a lot of things about this been spoken before. Like there is concepts. The one is here, the other is not. And 10-day meeting now here. But during this shift changes of the different eras of evolution. A lot of them, they just come here. There is one period of, we're talking about within 100 years, they kind of like come and go, come and go. If you take a look at it, the past 100 years, like go get you put it back of 100 years back, a couple who were twin flames, those are Guy, what was her name? Ballard They started the I Am movement. And that I Am movement actually, a lot of people were connected in there. We're talking about Blavatsky, we're talking about Bein Saduno, which is Peter Dunov. We're talking about a lot of esoteric things come out of it just because of that relationship. I spoke with this before. Autumn Green, hi. How do you feel? Hi, it's the reflection to your earlier videos or wherever you were then. Your first video was soul from your heart. Do you still resonate with the advice you given then? Here's the thing, Autumn, that the earliest videos, that was the awakening videos. They're very powerful. The earliest videos of me, they're based of this raw energy. Okay, and we all love that awakening energy, that raw energy. But the raw energy, okay, when the time's passing by, you will be accepting this raw energy, and you can be working with it. You can accept to it, and that raw energy is not going to be kind of like that much powerful for it. You will understand that the higher vibrations stay at a certain level to ignition. And once you ignite, then you become for it. Maybe you can picture yourself of that first videos there like a raw diamond, or you can picture it as a animal who was born, and all of a sudden that animal grow. Now it's different. The beginning, the first videos, they were very good. I never feel sorry for it. This videos, they're there for the people to look them for every time they needed to. You guys know me. I don't please click like and subscribe things for it. I left it, these videos to be pointed out from the universe, and people begin to watching them because I understood earlier in the days that the videos that I have to make, they'll be important one day for the next generations that I can look at them. And this is why this raw energy that it was, it shows up everything raw. It shows up the beauty of it. But over the years, when you evolve, you move from this raw energy. I remove myself from this stuck into the teacher's mode for it. Most of the people, they begin into this teacher mode. And Osho said that be aware of the teacher. Don't stick yourself into that level of the teacher. You have to pass beyond that. If you guys been watching the movie Panda Bear, you will see that the master who teach the panda, he told him that it can't be always a teacher. One day you have to leave into the different world, a world that you have to ascend. And if you're getting stuck into the level that I was, the level of the teacher, the teaching you for it, I won't be able to ascend. So when you ascend, you actually outgrow the teacher. You become the wise man. See, this is a part of the evolution. When the boy turns to a man, the man turns to a parent, a father, then the father begins to be the wise man. And it's that evolution of people don't see. The people want to see the raw energy. The people want to see this driven force. But as you ascend, the driven force is changed. The quality is changed. You change much higher and higher vibrations that some of the people don't understand that change. That is the change of ascension when you moved. You are not anymore attached to a certain things. You are not anymore attached to a student. You are not anymore attached to your positions of certain things. All you do is you're interested in your job that you need to do here on your ascension, and give us the best as you can do to the people who universe set you on an engagement with it. Because somehow, some way, for some reason, the universe set you up with. And I don't feel sorry about my first videos. They actually serve their purpose. They have the purpose of the driven, you to be driven out. But as I said, the most people, the most spiritual leaders, they're getting stuck in this teacher mode. They're creating schools, they're creating things. I create events like this that you can ask the questions, because you came here for those questions. You somehow want those questions to be answered for it. Okay. Yes, they were raw, but they were very beautiful. Yes, Autumn? The esoteric relationships, are they good or bad? Yeah, we've been talking about this. Okay, esoteric relationships. That sounds like, boom. Okay, well, but the esoteric relationships, they involved two individuals who they outgrow themselves. They're the dream for everybody else. But you have to understand that those esoteric relationships are based on love. But if you have anything else in mind, those esoteric relationships can turn to the worst nightmare you ever been. So these esoteric relationships, if they're not backed up by the universe, then it's gonna be a lot of schooling. There's gonna be a lot of schooling, a lot of good things that can come out of it. Sorry, because of my lips can't talk very well. I have surgery here inside of my cheek and the nose, so I'm doing my best to keep talking here. That can involve very highly deep understanding of those relationships. But the question it is how you gonna use the esoteric learning in this relationship? Very crucial part. What are you gonna do with the knowledge when you have it? Are you gonna turn it to understanding, or are you gonna turn it to use for material gains? Thank you, always. Did I miss any questions? Why is it so hard to settle life with anyone else after losing a chance with twin flame? This thing, Irina, you losing that when you're losing the connection to be with the twin flame, you carry with you the love as a twin flame. And when that love you're giving to someone, you're expecting that person to be acting as like a twin flame, but they probably not. Or at certain level they could be, or at certain level they can be higher than that. It all depends of the journey. But the hard point it is these misconceptions between the relationship and the partnership. And it's going to be hard because you're going to be looking for exchanging of the energies, of exchanging this universal energies around. And since like the other person probably will not be able to work with this energy yet, then it's gonna be hard. And that is the one of the reason is the differential of the energy understanding and ability to work with. Just come back for a second again. Oh. Okay. Melina, thank you, thank you. Yeah, the last surgery was kind of rough because they took a tissue from inside of my cheek, put it on my nose, and they took a little skin here, put it in there. I got some stuff, but let's not talk about surgeries, please. I want to be finished with it, done with it, and move on. I need to be happy in myself. Chat. Okay. It's about showing nakedness of your soul, not being afraid to do, and not being afraid to do so. That's the truth. The truth to your soul is where the answer lies. Wherever this journey takes you. Autumn, the truth, yes. But here's the one thing in a case that I want to show you, kind of like explain it to you. When you get into a relationship and you do half of the truth, you withhold something, okay? And then when you withhold something, or for example, if you get in a relationship and you still want to be with your twin flame, but you don't tell the person that you are with it, guess what happens? You can't be fully active in that partnership, with that relationships that you are. You lie to yourself, you lie to the universe, and you keep that as a secret inside of you. Well, sooner or later, the truth from the universe is going to come down and is going to tell you why you're pushing this man on a side, or why you don't let him in. I mean, he's the person who is with you. You know, the twin flame doesn't want to be with you, that's fine. So shift the love that you have for your twin flame. Use that love 100% for it. Don't left things out there unspoken, untalken, because without the truth, you losing the trust. Without the truth, you can't doing the right things because you're not surrendering to the truth. And then you let it go of the things that they don't want to be staying. You let it go of the things that they don't want to be with it. So you can be free to let it go. So your head can be up in the clouds, but your feet to be on the ground. And then you begin to become this conduit of this energy. You begin to be this um, energy wire that brings that energy from universe into the material world. That is a something, this purpose as a ascension being now. We're not talking about twin flame anymore. We're talking about you become an ascension being. That's what this purpose is about. Is about the truth. You to live within the truth. You don't live within the truth. You holding in the lies, and you holding on the lies. You can't be this conduit. You can't be this wire for it. You can create the most important purpose. Most important purpose, it is about to create the heavens on earth. And this is how you create the heavens on earth, through the truth. That's how it goes for it. I hope this help out. Hi, Della. Oh, thank you. I hope that answered you, Irina. You're looking so well, Trudio. So proud of you. You are adorable. Thank you so much for your videos and knowledge. It's nice to be able to tell you this in real time. God bless you. Thank you, Daisy. Irina. So twin flames must remain single or wait for twin flames till the end of days. No, Irina. No. Back in the days, I'm talking about 7 years ago, maybe. If you want, you can go to the YouTube. I want you to find the videos of the early videos of Lindy Cowling. Back in the days, 7 years ago, we're talking about, there was only like a few people ever talk about twin flames. And she says one thing in there: do not withhold your life because of someone does not want to stay or be in your life. It doesn't matter if that is a person or that is your twin flame. Do not put your life on hold. If kind of like that's what she meant to say for it. And if you're watching her, also her early videos, she had that raw energy as me. Now she's got a little different energy. And this is why people don't understand this. It's not meant for the twin flames to stay in this teacher mode for a certain amount of time. They only stay as the teachers on a certain amount of time, and then they move up. They ascend. They just boof. That is the purpose for it. You to ascend. You to become this conduit of love. And that's why you should not remain single. Why? Why you gotta remain single? You don't have to. Acceptance is a whole another level. It's not that he doesn't want to be with me. He doesn't have any information about me since I ran away. Oh, you're the runner. Irina, you're the runner. Why are you running from yourself? For it. Lindy Cowling is the name. Lindy Cowling. You'll find her. As soon as you put a Lindy Cowling in there, you'll see. It's a spell with C, not K. Okay, she's from England. MN. I remember back in these days. Oh yeah, there was not a lot of people on the Twin Flames back then. The Twin Flame community was something pretty good, small, secret. There was a lot of secret charts, a lot of secret exchanging of things. The energy was like everything was new. There was this sparking on the eyes. It was this woo. But now, as we evolve, we grew. We just grew as the Twin Flames with something special. And if you grew of those 6-7 years, be proud of yourself. Go ahead, pat yourself on a shoulder that you did a good things for it. So okay, let's see what's going on with the chat. I don't think so. Justin, yes, you spelled the name right, Lindy Cowling. However, I don't think so. She get a restraining order, but she involved. It's not right to talk about bad things about her. It doesn't matter what's going on, but I think that at some point, in order with you ascend, something bad has to happen so we can ascend for it, because we getting stuck. She got stuck in the teacher's level. Same with me. I got stuck in the teacher's level, but we all moved on. We all evolved. We all get pushed. So, what else the questions are? So how you been doing, Justin? I haven't spoke to you in a long time. So how's everybody? Can you at least write something? How are you right now? Are you happy or you are? Oh yeah, Irina, I got tired of it. About looking for a relationship. You understand that most people cannot value as who you are. At some point, you allow the universe to have the relationship, and oh, Justin, you make me laugh. I'm so glad that you guys are sharing here how is doing for it. Yeah, you get tired of look for a relationship, because what is the relationship is? The relationship is go to work and do the things. You are destined for something else. You're destined for different things. You all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I can feel somebody's laughing right now out loud out there. Justin, why you live in the bushes with the dog again? Did you get kicked out? Mm. Della, I'm happy. Glad that you're happy, Della. Uh, when I met the person that I thought was twin flame, that's when I started looking your videos back in 2019. Yeah, everybody's getting attached to what it was. But that attachment to what it was, uh, nah, I'm here by my choice. Okay, Justin, was guided in this way. Oh, that's good. You listen to the soul finally. Uh, Back in the days, for it is that we all kind of like hold on to the past, and this hold on to the past prevent us to move into the future. We're just staying in the past, and we just when you disengage with what it was, you allowed to live into the present, the power of now. And the power of now, it's moving you into the future, into ascension, compared to stuck to what it was. You know, um, you can look at it. Johnson, I'll be back in a second. I will answer your questions. Just 1 second. Sorry. All right, I'm back. Let's see. What was it? I met my twin flame back in 1981. We were both 9 years old. And again, 1987, I found out they were my twin flame in 2019. Nice story. Okay. Justin. I remember, Justin, back in the days when you were growing, how much work that we did back in the days. But that was a good days, right? We're still doing the work, but we just don't realize it anymore. It just become a part of our life, Justin. Now we can sit and laugh on it. Okay, any questions? Uh, Irina, you wrote that nobody has a value that the twin flame could give me. Listen, one thing, Irina, the universe possesses everything for it. Don't hanging up so much to the person, to the twin. You need to hang it up to the universe. You're part of the universe. You're created by the universe. You live in the universe. Basically, the universe is the diamond, and you looking for something in the sand. There is a difference between a sand and a diamond for it. If you have to kind of like comparing the values for it, your relationship with the universe, that it's one crucial thing for it. If you gotta take it, something from the today's date is take it from the universe for it. Universe is created by the dark and the light, that coexisting of power of creation for it. And um, as you see it, there is this organized chaos out in the universe, but it's organized chaos. And during this chaos, it allows you to understand what's inside of you is what's outside of you. And don't hanging up to the person, okay? Because the person has an ego, has a mind, and has a heart, and has emotions, has vibrations, has to deal with so many things, and the physical level of existence where everything gets piled up. And if the person has one thing and another thing that they need to work on it, it's teaching here, they have issues. And if you think that the person can bring something, the person has to bring one thing on the table. It's the love, nothing else. Love solves all the problems. Now, if the love is not there, the person brings something else, brings the mind, brings the ego, brings the emotions, brings the attachments, brings the unsolved issues, the problems for it. One of the things that the newest, one of the newest videos, it is about understanding about your internal world. Let me talk to you a little bit about this. The internal world inside of you, it's that world of you that the soul lives. And inside of the soul, in the center, it's your spirit. How big is your spirit? How strong is your spirit? And into this internal world, uh, it has to be having two things in there: your relationships. Mhm. And if you look at it in that internal world for it, I draw it so many times. Let me find out the drawings because I have them here. So here's your internal world here. Here is your spirit and the soul. And you begin to put in this internal world everything you have. But that thing, it's called relationship. As you see, you put all the things that are outside of you. This could be kids. They don't live inside of you. This is they're the kids, they're human beings on their own. They have their own soul, they have their own spirit. Your friends, they don't live inside of you. They are person who is physically in the world outside of you. Your parents, um, your co-workers and everything. So you're taking a space inside of you, you're taking this space that is designed for your partner. So when you create the relationships, these relationships right here, these relationships, at the end, you leave only this amount here for the proper relationship with the universe. inside of you. When the things that gonna comes up is this. It's you, the partner, and the universe, the God. You all know that triangle for it. And in this internal world, when you put so much stuff, well, you don't have a room for you to ascend. You don't have a room to live as an ascendant being. You don't have a room for to evolve. To go back to Irina's questions about the twin, well, the twin can drag you down. They can actually take you down from up heaven, and if they have so many issues, they can just brings you down, and they can smack you into the ground. So you focus in the universe, and the universe can really hold you for it. Irina, I start creating a website, find your lost love, but my web design could not finish. Don't focus on that too much, Irina. Focus on you. Primary focus is on you. Instead of creating a website, maybe if that is your thing and you feel like it, do it. But it's the best thing it is to share your experience. See, when you created this channel, uh, the whole message was is to create the experience, to share the experience, and sharing the experience it helps other people learn from your story. In all religious books, they teaching with stories. Doesn't matter what religion you take or what spirituality it takes. It's talking about legends. It's talking about something that happened. It's teaching a story. And I said in earlier videos that sharing your story is one of the greatest benefit you can do to yourself, but also a benefit for everybody else that they learn from your experience for it. Maybe you can do a YouTube channel and you can do things like this, but it's up to you how you want to do it. Hi, Jennifer. Uh, the journey leads us to despair. Maybe there is a lot of our bitterment, but damn, I really wasn't expecting him to be murdered. I finally begin to slightly myself again. I know no attachment. Jennifer, uh, that that could be hard for you, but let me put it this way, okay? The non-attachments freeing you up, but you need an attachment to someone. You need to share life with someone, and you're probably gonna be much better if you can spread your wings and fly again with the love inside of you. Uh, at some point, at some time, the universe creates things that they're unfortunate events. You know, unfortunate events. I know what that is for it. And uh, the best thing you can do is spread your wings. Believe in the love one more time. Give it a one more chance. Get up and again. Sometimes you may feel like you don't want to get up, but you are who you are. You can't change. You are love, and that's the things for it. I admire the courage to comes in and doing the things that you do. kind of like feel your energies inside of it, of the loss, but also the courage to stand alone. And that's why is this quote for it. Uh, Even the warrior standing alone is a warrior, and be a warrior of love. It's rough, but it grows your spirit, makes it strong, makes it powerful. So is the soul. I admire you. Justin, you got mad at me? No, Justin, why would I got mad at you? Sometimes that's pretty cool. Everyone knows of meditation of the mind, but most don't realize it. It also do this with your emotion. It's called Zen. Fancy cigarettes now. Do your so smart. Yes, my twin flame put me to the ground since he let go. Exactly, I agree with the word warrior they just mentioned. How do you describe we have to ascend? Oh, Ascension. Irina, I would suggest you to go ahead and watch the Kung Fu Panda movie. Really. You will understand something about that ascension process in there. Ascent is when you give what you have, you show the road that you get, and then you move to another road. You evolve, you get into a different, higher dimension for it when you cross dimensions. We're talking about cross dimensions, those are from third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and so on. Ascension is just preparing to cross over the sixth dimension. That is that gray area, the sixth dimension. That is the area. Did you do your job? You move further. You go into the seven dimensions. You know how they say the seventh heaven for it. But you didn't did a job, then you go back. You're here to solve your karmas and evolve. Go someplace else. Go into a different higher realm. Go into a different reincarnate to a different planet where you can actually the lifestyle that we are looking at here as a twin flame, there it's already established a lifestyle that you can evolve on a higher existence for it. There is so many purposes of the ascension. Okay, the ascension is like talking about within the Bible is to go into the paradise in that state. And this is what the ascension is to attach to these energy levels for it, that you go and you live into this realm where you finally, your soul find its own peace, internal peace for it. That's what the ascension is, your internal peace. So anyway, happy 11/11, guys. So appreciate you guys are here. I mean, here it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I try to be quiet. Does anybody have any questions? Any more things that we discuss? Hi, Melina. Before learning about this twin flame stuff, I was happy, so go lucky, but not now. You're touching the happiness with happiness with this magical physical love on the twin flame. Mm, attachment so much to the twin flame thing, and you feel like you're not happy. I'm not happy either. But did I'm satisfied from the journey as a twin flame? Oh hell yeah, I am. I got so many things that I help so many people. Uh, I evolve to level I never imagined. Uh, I even before I even said it that this journey makes you more as who you are uh, for it, and and it is about personal evolution. Yes, the live videos, Irina, are in the channel. And if you go to the videos, when you search, you can find them on the live sessions. They're there. After finish the video is gonna be there. What book you recommending, Justin, from Richard Bach? Illusions? Oh, hey Christian, how are you? Um, if your twin doesn't ascend with you, are you paired with a new counterpart by the divine in the higher realms? Yes, you can do that. Uh, oh, Jonathan Livingston Seagull. That's a good book. There is another book from Richard Bach. It says One. Maybe that's another book that you guys can take a look at it from Richard Bach for it. Uh, see, the divine purpose makes you this like a plastic to be changed. If you can't do the job with one person, but something has to happen to the divine for a divine purpose, and you surrender to the divine, yes, there could be another partner or partners, so you can get to that level. You can get into this level of service because the service to the divine, it's your purpose here. And if the one person doesn't want to work with you, there's going to be another one. The question is when you get done with all this learning, what are you going to do? And that was the point I was trying to explain people that once you're learning pretty much everything, you're going to be looking for something else. You're going to be looking for ascension. You're going to be looking to go to higher realms because that's what your purpose is. Your purpose is to go up. Do you like Kurt Johnson? I have no idea who that is, Irina. I don't watch so many twin flame videos myself. There was a point that one point I watched a bunch of videos from Mel. I watched a lot of videos from Lindy Cowling, and after that, I took it on my own. I watched some videos for Mara Kelly, from quite a few things. Sherry and Lee, by the way, if you guys were praying for Sherry and Lee and everything, appreciate it. Um, because pretty much we kind of like end up on a similar journey, and I'm so happy they're good. Um, Shiro, I felt I lost my happiness when Twins left, but really it led me to continue to break down my ego and attachments to find myself again and ascend personally and spiritually. Yes, yes. That is the power of the strong spirit. And if you did this, this is a pretty good for it. Yeah, that liver, yeah, that cherry has, everything has its divine purpose. Everything, even this, for it. Nothing happened for no reasons. Mhm. Irina, universe can give you things. The question is do you ask properly? If you said, I need a person to work with to understand better the twin flame journey, it's going to be a send you in a relationship that you're going to learn more about twin flames. But if you said, universe brings me a person who I can spend the rest of my life, the universe could send you a person that you can spend the rest of your life with it. That is the part of the law of attraction. You gotta be specific of what you want for it. If you're looking for a soulmate or a relationship, you can get into this. But the question is, what are you looking for? What do you need? What is your purpose? And that's if you're looking for getting a relationship just for a purpose, you better not get into a relationship for a purpose. You gotta get into the relationship because of the love in you, that unconditional love, not because of something else. Some of the people get into a relationship just not to be alone. Some of the people get into a relationship just because of they have some kind of gain, or by thinking they're around you, or uh, and things can be a different. Christian, the teachers that say we are meant to live happy here with TF, maybe we're always meant to only make contact with them and separate and grow. Teachers. It is about when you meet the twin flame, is to create the partnership and change yourself to a position to be a perfect partner, not what it's meant to be, what it's need to be, and what it's supposed to be. Uh, when the time is right, the presence of universe and God's gonna be there, and you will understand what it means, a cosmic marriage for it. If you're meant to be, it will be. If it's for you, you'll find a way. It's for you, and that's why. Who just wrote a message? Augustine Rodriguez. Don't limit the universe, dear. That's right. The universe has no limits. Why you should? And that's what that is. Love has no limits. Universe has no limits. Why do you have a limit? What is your limits are? The problem is when you engage in with people who have a limit that they haven't told you so. So it can help them fix these limits, fix these problems. It's all about the secrets, the lies, the hides, and so on and so on. But that is their issue, it's not yours. And that's why when the twin flames get ignite for it, then the situations are you to evolve so they can evolve. If they don't want to evolve, then they stopping you? No. That is the problem of the people don't understand. And if that's stopping you, yes, it can drag you down to the ground. Yes, they can smash you from heavens down in the earth. They can break your soul. They can break your everything. They can put you on a deep depressions. They can create all sort of damages inside of you. Why? Because of their own bullshit for it. This chat. I say to universe, I'm good in a lawless relationship. I have my kids. They give me all the love I need. And that day, boy, did universe shake things up and came to an So basically, the universe tells you, it's not only your kids. It's got something more. Funny how that goes. I should stop smoking. Yeah, maybe you're right. I should stop smoking, but I have issue after it's been 7 months into narcotics, medicines. They stop them dry. My brain doesn't cooperate properly. And when I smoke, it gets better. They just cut them dry. You know what that's mean? Someone who's been on narcotics for quite a few months, when they cut them dry, what's going on with the withdrawal and everything? Your chemistry doesn't operate properly in the brain. So I begin to smoke for it. Do I like weed? Not really. When I was in the States, I can get a weed. I have a license for it. I can grow the weed back in the United States, but I'm here now in Bulgaria. That's plus the weed. You get attached more to the weed, and right now I'm smoking a tiny, miny cigarettes. But since I'm waking it up and I drinking coffee to wake up more and more after the meds, then it's been rough. Why do I left the nicotine? I talked to my psychologist about the nicotine, and the nicotine actually it's a medicine. But let's not go into that too much. The nicotine, it's type of a narcotic type of thing that you're getting addicted to it, but it helps you with being more focused. Because when you've been on the drugs for so long, your brain's looking for something. You cannot focus. Only people who's been on the drugs for so long, they know what that is. Your brain is looking for that chemistry from the drugs. And the nicotine actually, it's not replacing the drugs, is actually helping in there to living without them. But that's called another story. Why you left from USA? Two things. A connection, and another thing is my surgeries in the States, they weren't good. My last surgery in the United States, they cut me right in here where I never had a damage, and they plugged my nose and I couldn't breathe. So I came here. I came here in Bulgaria to see my options, and I was speaking to people here in Bulgaria, and right now here in Bulgaria, I'm in a military hospital where they do the work here, where it's supposed to be, not somewhere up here. That's a whole another medical story. So right now I'm here for my medical reasons in Bulgaria. Thanks, Irina. So now I'm here in Bulgaria. I can't work. I can't do any job. I'm forbidden to work, and I have no work right now. So uh, and I'm staying here. I do astrology readings and I do the things so I can help with the budget. But it's so far it's been a kind of okay, because the energy that is present here, it's something specific. You know, every place you go around the world, there is a different energies. This energy here in Bulgaria is for many, 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 many generations. This place of the earth called Bulgaria has been known that it's been given very powerful spiritual people, and it has something to do with this place, something with this thing here. Do I get vaccinated? Oh God, I wish you guys never talk about this COVID situation, because I'm not vaccinated and I probably never will. I should go skiing. I don't like snow. I prefer the white sand before I preferred snow. I grew up here in the mountains. I sled for it, and yeah, if you love snow, more than welcome to come to Bulgaria. You have a lot of places you can ski. I don't do it. I prefer it during the summer to go into the mountains, uh, and mostly I prefer to be near water. Here I'm by the Black Sea. I'm in a town that is right on the Black Sea. I can go to these beautiful, kind of like divine beaches along the shoreline, and you guys have no idea what that is. It's just, well, you can't describe that. No, that's that's a whole another story. Maybe I can make some videos for it. When the summer comes in, I'll bring the computer there, and here the sand is different. If you watch some of the videos I posted on Facebook, you can see the energy here. It's different. It's amazing. It's just amazing. So, all right. You should come and visit me in Laguna Hills in California, dear. Yeah, I can come to the States anytime I want to. I don't know, but get me this side wrong. There is something about California that it's got a lot of negatives inside of me. Is that because of this process of Californication, that trying to force this way of life the way it should be? I don't know. There is something in there. Maybe you can hit me on the Facebook. I really want to talk to why I feel like this towards California. What is the final suggestion for a twin flames who is separated? You got two choices in there. The situation can be resolved, or it's going to be dissolved and turn into a karma. That's its understanding for it. If you don't resolve situations, issues, problems, and you don't want to carry it with life, they're gonna resolve. Oh, hey Gabi, wow, long time no see. And if the situation doesn't get resolved, then the dissolvement of the relationship is in purpose, and the unsolved issues, they turning into a karma, to a lessons that needs to be learned. And if you are in the separation, you have to look what you did not resolve with the people, because the karma is about lesson. If you don't resolve it with one, maybe you can resolve it from within, as long as the karma is satisfied of your learning. And this is a part of Ascension process. You resolve your karma from a different perspective for it. Just because someone prevents you to resolve the issues, that doesn't mean you cannot solve it on your own. But that process, when you ascend, you can be able to see it. So Dio, thank you for your astrology lectures. Are so precise. It helps me to prepare my week. I feel so much matured right now. You're welcome, Augustin Rodriguez. Uh, you're welcome. That's what I'm making. Basically, those astrology readings, they're um, astro vibrational, I would say, psychology analysis that comes out to help you understand the energies that you're going to be. That's why when I do personal charts, I explain to the people when I do the charts what is their what is their analysis of what that gravitational field affects on their life for it and how they can resolve the problems. And I'm so happy that these astrology reports, they kind of like helping you guys. I would love to have your comments in there on the astrology reports so I can look at it more deeply for it. Okay, let's see, charts. I can't give you a lesson on how to ascend faster, Irina. It has to do with the process of inner work. Teaching, you can teach someone, but even if you teach someone, uh, they have to perform on their own. There is a certain things of learnings on the twin flames and spirituality and astrology and all this occult evolution, if I have to say with one word, things that you need to do on your own. Because seeking teaching from others for it, learning from others, you can copy and paste. But when you copy and paste, okay, it doesn't really go through you. It's not a personal experience. And the personal experience is the one that leads you up to ascend. It's not about you to copy the master and you think that once you copy from the master, you can perform. You have to learn to evolve as a master inside of you. That is the point of ascension. That is the point of the beginning when you wake up as a twin flame, you to get that inner work of evolution. Not just to copy and paste. Most of the people, they copy and paste. But if you, I want you to get a one piece of paper. I want you to copy it. Once you copy it, I want you to take the copy and copy the copy. Then I want you to take that copy and copy the copy. Guess what's going to happen when you continue doing this? At the end, it's going to turn out like a gray page with no informations on it. So the master, when you mastering yourself, okay, when you're mastering yourself, you gain this personal evolution experience to ascend. A certain amount of inner work, it's done by you, not from somebody. And this is why at some point most of you probably stop meditating, You meditating only with your mind. You just put into that state to talk to your soul. The meditation is to hear your soul, to hear the universe in you. But once you have an instant connection, all of a sudden you don't. You ascend. You moved up. Or realize or not, it is what it is for it. And if you go to a teacher, just someone to teach you techniques, they can teach you as techniques. It's like you studying the martial arts. But even if you know the martial arts, that doesn't make you a master. Okay? It doesn't. You are the master. You're the one who has to do this inner work to ascend. Okay. Universe puts you on the right path. Just keep doing your mission. I'm hoping to make a ranch retreat, California, which is a desert. You're welcome to visit. Melina, if I have no surgeries or no travel restrictions, because right now I have a travel restrictions because I can't travel with this, I'll come. The twins falls in love out of love. Twins don't fall out of love. They shift their focus or something else. If you moved out of the love, that means that the love wasn't there in the first place. There was something else behind it. Hey, Tanya, how are you? How was my surgery? My surgery was okay. Tanya, since I know you for a very long time, um, they took some tissue from inside of my cheek, put it in the nose, and they took a little skin from here, put it here. So far, I'm okay. Have still issues with, can't even brush my teeth. It's very painful, all this, but pretty soon that will be happening. But other than that, I'm okay. We can grow hemp, which is great for all illnesses. Oh, yeah. All right. Any questions? When separation occurs for so long, it seems the connection isn't strong. It's not. Separation purpose is about you to look from inside. If the connection is too strong, you focus what the other person does, not you. At some point, the separation is needed, but that separation, it's also painful. If the other person or you not done the proper inner work for the relationship to work. Can you tell a little more about the Lilith energy right now in the next month? Lilith energy. Oh God, so funny. Today, I went out to. I walked like 15 kilometers today. I need to do some exercise for it, and it was so funny. I stopped at this gas. Um, I stopped at this gas station for it, and I see this truck and then the truck on the top it says Scorpio. And talking about the Lilith energy, the Lilith, it is this feminine energy for hi Cherry, that energy of control, that energy of the shadow, that at some point of some of the legends, they're talking about that the snake that give the apple to Eve, so Adam and Eve can separate, was actually Lilith. And of the energies they're going on right now with this, Lilith moved pretty quick. For she's gonna be moving back and forth, back and forth. But the question was that right now on this energy fields that we have currently, Mars is still in Scorpio, and with Mars in Scorpio, for it, it's the warrior in the underworld. And when a Lilith added this part, that finger of God that was created a few days ago for it, that was the energy of Adam and Eve to looked up to the original sin. Okay, we all look at it on this position of the original sin and how to fix it. So this darkness for it, it's gonna end up by December 3rd. That is gonna be the moment when the moon. So basically, the moon right now it's up here, somewhere right there between Mars and the moon. The moon is gonna create a full moon pretty soon, and then the moon is gonna come in here and it's gonna co-join Mars in Scorpio. But Scorpio, it's opposing Uranus here at 12 o'clock. The funny part is when the moon started all this process, the ignition process, that was the new moon here with the sun. But when it turns around, Mars is going to be disengaging from Uranus. So Uranus is then going to be opposition with Mars. We're not going to have this pressure from the universe over the warrior in the darkness. Right now is the pressure from the Uranus over the Mars, and it says like, we are in a position, buddy. You're not doing the right things. You're not doing the right stuff. There's going to be the dark things. Look the dark from others. Look the dark inside of you. That's what you're on Scorpio. That's what that is. And that is this position of seeking into the darkness to shine the light on. And some of the people they can shine the light on, some of the people can't. It all depends of the ego, how big your ego is. Good night, Jennifer. Is there anything going on with the planets? And there is a lot of separations going at AP. A lot of separations are going on, simply because the darkness is hard. Unseen, yes, very painful. There's gonna be after every storm there is rainbows. Good night, Melina. Yes, the planets energies are very intense and in the pressure, and they're intense because you to seek the truth. And right now, the truths that has been hidden, that have been covered up, that have been put in under the rug, they've been buried deep inside. I spoke with someone today about the energies. We were talking about this dark stuff, and people understand this energy of the Scorpio. There was a one quote of the Scorpio. Scorpio says, "I know how to love, but I don't know when to believe I'm loved." Basically, I'm loved from others. And this energy of, I don't understand if this person loves me or that person loves me. If you don't understand this, then you got to look the limits inside of you. What the limits are inside of you? What prevents you? Maybe that prevents you events of early childhood, maybe prevents you from events during your teenage years, or maybe your marriage was so bad. But this everything, childhood, teenager stuff, past relationships, they're in the past. If you get in rough towards someone, you put someone in the darkness because you cannot solve your own issues, that doesn't make you the right person. Or you need to go ahead and put things towards third side. Could be any excuses. So the energies right now is very wacky tabaki. Pretty soon they're gonna end, and hopefully they're gonna be yes, Cherry, it's not impossible to succeed. Augustine, yes. He was a so strong cleaning energy, and in October, that was the truth for the relationship in October. So exactly on my birthday, the sun, the moon, the Mars, and the Mercury, which is they were there, and that conjoinment really brings the truth, brings the power of the things for it. Okay, you guys have any more questions? Exactly, Austin. Exactly, Augustine. Exactly. The truth and the love. Without the truth, you can't have the love. But the love creates you to focus on the truth. And that's what the universe is caring about it. Is there any more questions? If not, we can go ahead and close that out. Yes, you gotta be excited about those laws in the universe. There are three of them: trust, surrender, and let go. Did you ever feel addicted to person, but not by feelings, but if you had a physical interaction? It's not addiction. There is no addictions on it on this. Uh, the physical interactions, they can be very powerful, but just the physical interaction is not enough, because at some point the physical interaction loses its value. It loses its values. Sex addiction. A lot of the people misunderstood sex with intimacy. I think so, Irina, you should take a look at it, the difference between them. The need for intimacy and the need for sex are two different things. Very different things. Most of people, they are not free, Irina. Most of people are not free with their intimacy, so they're not free in their sexual activities as well. You can't be free in intimacy and trying to get sexual stuff. It doesn't work that way. Or if you are having a pure sex but no intimacy, the sex is not perfect at all. So people misunderstand this, that those two are correlated, and they're coming from the energy of love. The love comes down to intimacy and finish with the sexual activities. Those, they go together. You only have the one, doesn't make the world perfect. What do you think is the next chapter for Twin Flame community? I think so. The next chapter for the Twin Flame community. I think so. The Twin Flame community should become a closed community again, and so we can clean it up the mess and the bullshit of this new generations of teachers that comes out. This new generations of people who says like we know how to jump divine time. We know how to speed up your process with your twin flame. You pay me this amount of money and I can tell you when exactly you're going to be with your twin flame. All that garbage has to be stopped, and it has to comes in from you personally not participating in this. I mean, in the past few years, the beauty of the twin flame turns out to the money making new gurus development business. Yes, if you, that's the only work you do, you to guide people in life as a twin flame, so I can understand. If you're an astrologer and you make money out as an astrologer, I can understand. If you're a tarot reader, okay, I can understand you're a tarot reader, but don't learn the craft. Don't do a promises that not dependent on you. Simple as that. Do you know how many people they come to me and said, Dio, I was talking to this such person, and they told me that by this date I'm gonna be with my twin, and they crying about. Do you think, guys, this is right? I don't think so. It's right. And you as a community have to understand where to go. Don't allow the desperations to put you on the things. And my astrology readings, when I do personal readings, I don't tell the people about the future. I only say a few things, quite a few, minimal as possible. Only if the people ask me some questions about future. But I don't say dates. I don't say, even if I see something, I don't say it. Why? You tell someone the future. They don't do the proper inner work to get to this level of the future. You create an alternative reality within them. I met this person. She was supposed to be the greatest star out there. But because everybody tell her she's going to be the greatest star, guess what? She didn't become, because she didn't did the work. And then, Dio, what is that is? Did you did the work? This is why I do the astrology readings for people that they want to see what the inner work they need to do. What's preventing them not to do it? And that is a whole different game. But the community have to balance between closed loop, staying in the closed rooms, and sharing this knowledge from within, compared to sharing it out there with a large amount of public. Because some of the people, they want to find their twin flame. They copy the information for twin flames, and then they mess it up just because they copy. And that's what the problem is in these days, the twin flames, it's like everybody wants their twin flame. This is like this word twin flame 7-8 years ago, that was a sacred thing. Now twin flame become a household word. You grew so fast. Good. It's good that you grew, but does it really people do the right things as far as the twin flames? Augustine, yes, Sherry and Lee, Mel, he passed away. May his soul rest in peace. He ascended. Lucky guy. But yeah, this connections within the twin flame community should be put in order for it. Okay. Should I stop dreaming about my twin flame? Are you forcing you to dream about your twin flame, Irina? I will look at your personal desires for it. You have to let go of the twin flame. There is a video on my channel. It says Twin Flames, the final let go, I think was the name of it. Just search my my videos. They'll help you out on the let go. You are too much attached to this. Yes, Nia. Yes. People journey don't even be a twin flame, but they try to make it one. Yes, they try to make it one. And when they try to make it one, they can learn the energy, they can learn the craft, but when it comes to performers, they are not twin flames. They can perform. And that's what a lot of mess begins at. And then it begins to divine masculine has to do this, divine masculine has to do that, divine feminine works on this, divine feminine works on that. It's a lot of mess. Final let go. Yes, yes, Augustine. Final let go. And oh, it's a classic. I hope it serves its purpose, Augustine. I hope. I hope. Irina, you need to understand, in these days, through the mirroring neurons, you can fake twin flame energy. Yes, you can. Okay, because we are learning, we are evolving people. And that energy of love, once it's felt from one to another, from a working to another, it travels. Okay? The energy can be there. The words can be there. The final stage in the twin flame, I want you, everybody to understand this, is the performance. You can go to school and learn how to read. That's the energy. Okay? You can go and pass an exams. That's mean, okay, you know the stuff, you know the energy. You know how to read, you know how to write, you know the energy. Now get to work. The problem it is to get to work. To get to work, it is the purpose of everything. Is the performance. Are you really are who you are? You say you are. Are you said it to God? Yeah, I'm a twin flame. I'm gonna do the things here. Do you perform it? Do you? And that's what you need to look for it, for the actions of the people. Because when the things get rough, the things get tough, when people bolt out of your life, just in the blink of an eye, they don't perform. They don't perform. Why they don't perform? Because they copy and paste. Could be the one of the reason. They could be lied to you. They could be giving you this fake energy. They can give you these fake words. But the actions that they did speaks about the truth. And this is why this community as the twin flames, it has to be a community of twin flames for it. is the energy that we are attracted to it. Yeah, we are attracted to the energy because this is the beginning of it. During the ignition process as a twin flames, we getting attached to the energy, this beautiful raw love energy for it. We can experience this love many times when we open it up for it. But once you learn it, once you understand it, then you get in an exam, you get in a sort of, is that real? Do you understand this part? What are you going to do with this love? What are you going to do with this beauty inside? What are you going to do with this gift God gave you? And we are attracted to this energy. It's the holy water for the soul. But since we are created with mirroring neurons, when we have this energy of love inside of us, it goes to other people and they can copy that energy. It's like a cell phone. You're a person who sends a text message to another cell phone, and there you go, the energy travels. And the energy can be there. The understanding can be there. What a God looks for, what the universe looks for, what are you looking for, is this energy, this understanding to be in the physical realm. This is why you're going out and look for a physical union. Why you do all this work? To have the physical union. But when you get into the physical union, what do you do there? Because in some of the premature unions, if the previous, if the one of the person hasn't let go of the previous life, of the previous marriage, it hasn't solved problem that they have about finances, or they haven't solved a problem about their kids. So here is, they coming to this relationship with you as a twin flame with unsolved issues. And they think you can solve the issues. No, you can't. It's impossible for you. Why? Because those issues should have been addressed before. You should have been fixed it before. You should have looked at it from the before. And since those issue can comes in, instead of dealing with the real issue, you are the reason for the separations. The issues becomes the reason of the separation because of lack of dealing with the issues. Let's see. I have known twins since we are in our teens. We always navigate towards each other for the past 50 years. We awaken each other recently. Crazy bubble on love, healing, feeling younger, Kundalini. Good. Augustine, how much love do you think you can get from you? Love. How much? Value. There is uh, a lot of things that people comes in to understand about when they say um, uh, how much. You have to understand there is a quantity and a quality, and there is a as the love doesn't have an amount. The love that you can express has an amount. The love that you can put out towards others has an amount, but the love in the universe doesn't have an amount. The amount of the love only exists from within your parameters. The big your soul is, the less limitations you have in you, that love expands more and more. But to put a love inside of you is about how much do you love yourself. That will, if you put out the quantity of love out there towards others, it's got the same proportional quantity of love about you. And yes, Mel has a lot of wisdom. He was the colonel into the twin flames. I really appreciate the man. But that's what this is. You can't measure love. The measurement of love, it's only measured by the mind and the ego. Yeah, Dio, was a tricky question. Yes, it was. I hopefully I answer you right. But to look at it inside of you about love, you have to see yourself in the mirror. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, go look at the video, The Mirror Challenge. Cheers. I'm drinking coffee. 5 o'clock in the morning. So far, so good. We're having a good time here. I'm happy of the things and the quality of questions. So, all right. Any more questions? I'm in Bulgaria, Augustine. We have an 8 hours difference. We do have an 8 hours difference here. Does anybody have anything in mind? Thanks, Irina. Oh, you're from Chile, Augustine. Oh, Chile. I've been in I've been in Argentina. My first workshop was actually in Argentina. It was in Buenos Aires, in Rosario. So I did my first workshops. They were there. I love the South America energy there. Boy, that's beautiful. It's just beautiful. Beautiful energy. I love it. I love that that part of the world. Most of the people should have to go around the world to seek different energies and see and understand and feel the energy around the world. I found an artistic imposter. Yes, yes, yes. It's got a lot of those. his energy is intense and exactly like people can copy energy. That's what I said. Some of the people, we are like a copy machines. We can copy the copy the copy. The question is what are we going to do about it, and how truth are we are, because anything is possible. The divine can create all sorts of different situations to do its plan, to do its divine journey. Sometimes you're pushing so much, you're fighting so hard, and nothing happens. And then you let it go, and it's like, you know what? It will be what it's going to be. And all of a sudden, poof, something comes up, and you're like, I really had to let it go. Do we have unlimited chances? Yes and no. What I say, yes and no. You always have a chances to do the things right. No, because of the divine path. Once you're that path, you have to be at certain time at a certain point at a certain place. And then if you're not, then all of a sudden something goes wrong, very, very wrong. And that very, very, very wrong stubbornness and things, they can really point you out that you missed something. If you go back in your life and you do a review, there is some things that now you understand better, and things that you said, I wish I know things back then. You missed your chance back then because of things you don't understand, things you don't know. And a lot of the people, even in the twin flame, when it comes into, I wish you knew the things back then. I wish. That's the challenge. Is the greatest gift of love. Yes, it is. After twin interaction with my twin flame, well, why do you think he's your twin flame in the first place, Irina? You can determine it when you see somebody for a few minutes and says he's my twin flame. That's what I'm asking. And see, yes, you're talking about the chemicals in the brain, but the chemicals in the brain, they are controlled mostly about what we feel. And if you don't producing those chemicals inside of your brain, those chemicals are important for you. In order you to develop a new chemicals that producing those high vibes, the twin flame had to wake up to get this new energies going. Any other questions out there? Because I know the same look, eyes, hair, type, face, Irina, but you stuck into the look into it. I ask you the question. Why do you think he's your twin flame after you've seen him for a few minutes? Usually twin flames, they have uh, a kind of like a long time seeing each other. So they begin to understand things. Oh, I want to scrape all this. Well, narcissists become like a bad guy of the movie, and everyone is saying it's about the empath and narcissist. But the thing is that we have to understand sometimes to get attached to people that it's not food for us. What is the narcissist? On this Scorpio life energy that we are here, boy, there was so many narcissist articles now. I never see that many before. I haven't seen that many. And well, the empaths are attracted to the narcissists, and narcissists are attracted to the empaths. It's the darkness and the light coexist together. This is gonna be forever. But the narcissist has to learn the love, and the empath has to learn how to have a boundaries. That's what this attraction, this correlationship can be actually very healthy at certain point of view. Because the empath has no boundaries. He suffers because he's a good person. The narcissist has no boundaries because he doesn't see the bad that he does. So he has to learn the good. So the both, they learn from each other for it. Some of the twin flames, they could be very, very much exactly like this, simply because it's the opposite side of the coin. And you can have this relationship like this as long as the both, they have the willing to. Universe is always unity, no positives. Yes, 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 Augustine. There I agree with you. And to go back to this is that as long as the two people learn to willing to put the work to make the things work and to understand the mutual benefits. You don't understand the mutual benefits, then the things are quite different for it. Okay. All right, MC. Have a good one. We'll talk again later. Is there any more questions? This is a very good question here. If you're detached, will you still think of your teen every day, or will it diminish? Over the time, when you stop thinking about a certain person, they kind of like disappear from your internal world because they have any more purpose in there. Everything that is created, it's a part of creations to have a purpose. Once the purpose goes away, there is no more need for existence and such a things, because it takes time, space, and energies inside of you. And this is why the process of letting go is a crucial for this, because the people focus on their twin and they don't focus on what's going on into the real life, into the real reality. It's very hard to live in the real reality, not the reality inside of your brain of what you think the thing should have been, what the life it should have been. That is an alternative reality. It has nothing to do with what it is. You have to understand the words that are said, it is what it is. You focus on that. Focus on the present. Focus on the real reality. Somebody's bad to you, they're bad to themselves, not only to you, they're just bad. Why? They have something. Something may happen in their life. Something, maybe the place where they live, maybe their parents, maybe their culture, whatever the situation might be. Okay, but it is what it is. But if in your mind, in your internal reality, they're like, you kind of like put him like the god, like the twin. Oh, he's everything. And all of a sudden, you take the real reality, put it on the side, and you focus on this reality of dreams. And you don't see what actually is going on into the real world. And your job is to bring this energy into the real world. That is your purpose. So if the person who you think so much for it doesn't help you in the real reality, they should not be existing in your reality at all. All the time, all of a sudden they're gonna diminish. They're gonna go away. You may think about them because you're missing that alternative reality. You wish the reality could have been something else. You wish that the things could have been different. That's what you're thinking. But if you focus on the real reality and the real life, then the things can be really, really good for you, because that way you living real life, you become the truth. And that's what the point of this life is, to living in the truth, not in the fantasies, not in the dreams that you create, not this fakeness that it's all over the place. And that's what this is. Your purpose as a twin flame is to have this real love into the real reality in the physical realm, and you provide the real vibes of love, so others can see the real love and they can look at it for the real love inside of them. You're doing the God's job. You're doing this part of, in this part of the love that is from human to human. But this part of love that God created you work with that. That thing, when you were created as a soul, when God give you that love, God give you with that purpose, you to become the creator of love, you to produce love, you to do the job for Him, not the other way around. Not you to fantasize, not you to do the real things for it. Irina, nobody is alone. You're never alone. You always have universe. The alone thing doesn't exist really in the reality. You are alone because you're physically alone. Is there any more questions? Five angels forever. Thank you, Dio. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, there is some 16 people here, and it's only certain people asking some questions. Is anybody out there who wants to put a different questions here? Out of the topics, have you tried the mushrooms? Nope. No mushrooms. I don't think so. I need them. The chemicals, they coming from the mushrooms. Maybe I produce them somehow. Okay. I cannot see the members there watching the videos. So if you guys are afraid of some of the questions, you can go ahead and ask. Yeah, I read about the mushrooms, Augustine. I think I wonder that after a bubble phase is over for years, they passed 10 that it. The bubble love or the ignition for it. The bubble love is one thing. The bubble love, it's giving you what you have to achieve. The bubble love, it's you, your twin, and God in union. That's what the bubble love is. When you are in the bubble love, you are not worried about anybody except your twin and God. But down the road, when you begin to put into that relationship, into your internal world and the soul, you begin to put my parents, my kids, my friends, my coworkers, my acquaintances, my relatives, the other twin flames, you damaging that bubble love. And that's why the bubble love is so fragile and poof, it puffs out because you bring other things into that beautiful, clean love. And that's why the bubble love bursts out pretty quick because of lack of understanding that the bubble love it's actually the end if you need to go. Is there something that could occur later, or is just really all the lessons are over and learned? Once you learn pretty much what you have to learn, you become in a state of ascension. Amanda, you learned what you came for. And then you find yourself that you don't look for learning, you look for performing. And you're looking for one thing, internal peace. When you look at for the internal peace, that is the peace in the soul. But that peace is achieved when you basically put the puzzle kind of like together. You have kind of like a 70% of the picture of what the things are, and 10, you're looking forward to internal peace. For it. Amanda, if your twin flame passed away, focus into the universe. That's my suggestion is ask and you receive. Ask for love and see if the miracles can happen. Yeah, I really wonder how to get through the twin flame union and come back to the Garden of Eden. Augustine, very good questions tonight. I really like your quality of the questions are very good to be asked. How to get back to the Garden of Eden? First of all, before you go back to the Garden of Eden, you need to understand your journey. When you have to go ahead and look the story, and into the story, since Adam and Eve are so separate, Adam has to come to the gates of the garden by himself. Eve, because she's also lost, she has to come to the Garden of Eden on her own. And 10, in the front of the gates, if they did the right work, if they repent the sin, if they forgive themselves, if they're true honest in the front of a God, God can put them back into the Garden of Eden. But before that, their individual journey leads them to the gate. To the gate. How their truth in front of God, that can be totally different point. Because the individual journey go back, it's attached so much to the astrology, because in the astrology you see your roads, where you should go and where you should not, what you should use, what not, what's working and what's not, why you should have to stop fighting for certain things you to get it because of your ego. Your ego fights for certain things that wants. What is your soul want? What is your soul need? What is your karma? What is the correlation? Why did you choose to be born in this gravitational field with these problems? At the time of your birth, your soul vibrated at that frequency to be born at this time. Why did you choose it? Why do you choose that hard destiny for it? And this is why that if you want to look at it further, go back into the Garden of Eden on it. It's an individual journey. And that's why in the Bible said, if you want to find the paradise, you go through the hell first. And that's why we have all these issues of changes of hell. Twin flame unit feels like a grail of life. Well, yes and no, but twin flame union, it's more about this glimpses of the paradise. That's what that is. With some people, they don't understand the value of this because the ego, it's harder. Assuming But with whom Adam going back? With Eve or Lilith? Because Lilith was the first. Oh, Augustine, I love your questions for it. Well, if you know the legends in the man right now in Earth, maybe that's the part of the divine of God. Why would you God create Lilith when he knew what she's going to do? Uh, why did the God send Samuel to love Lilith? That's the correlations between the empath, which is the angel, and the narcissist, which is Lilith. Why did the God create it out of the rib Eve? So he created four cardinal uh, things coming in together for it. If you look at it, Adam represents Aries. The first cardinal signs are fire. It represents a Lilith, which is, to create this family parts. It represents the Libra, which is Samuel, and the love, the God's love, because Libra is about God's love. And 10, it represents Eve, the Capricorn, the woman that performs, that is the public servant, which is the Capricorn. In those positions, okay, with the mixed, we all have those four archetypes inside of us. So the real union is the dark of the light for it. The light that exists. Adam has to understand that he has to evolve as an angel, and Lilith has to evolve as Eve, as the same way Eve has to become also part of Lilith. And that union of the female energy is Eve and Lilith to work and unite together as the same Adam and Samuel, the man and the angel, to come together. And then once this union is done, then there is no more separations between Adam and Samuel. What is God creating him for? To become an angel. And there is no more separations between Eve and Lilith. And then it's going to be the union created by God. It's the same purpose of why the God created Lucifer. God created Lucifer because he knew what he's going to become. Everything has its purpose. Everything. Absolutely everything. The question is why did we didn't get the proper information? Who is the one who hides the information? Why the information wasn't put out? Why did the twin flames have to come in so much now, at this time, to do those things? I hope that answered your question. Thanks, Amanda. Wow, Amanda, you are all about Libra. Wow. The question is what do you have across Libra? Where is your squares are? Augustine, you like the answer? That's good. All right, guys. Any more questions? Five angels forever. What zodiac sign are you, Dio? I'm a Libra with ascendant Cancer. All planets 11th, 12th in the first house. Oh, wow. Amanda, you have a problem with grounding. So you came in only for a spiritual evolution. If you have planets only 11 and 12th house. And in the first house you have so you can see the things that are in the world. We have to look at your chart. Irina, the purpose of separation is to find yourself. You can't unite with someone if you haven't united with yourself. Robert. Hi, Robert. Dio, greetings. It is possible for the twin flames to have done the same exact occupation from their past life. It's almost 11:11 in Michigan. What do you mean about the occupation as far as a job or as far as life for it, Robert? Can you just specify it? They can have the same job. They can have the same things. Yeah, Irina, if you want me to do a session with you, message me on Facebook. My Facebook link is on my YouTube channel. When the banner is on the top corner, you see there is a little Facebook. You click the button there, it'll get you there. Oh, it says occupation. Okay, well, it is and it is not. It all depends of the journey for it. But some of the twins they meet at work. That's how it goes because they have no other place they can socialize because they go to work, they work 8 hours, and then go back home. So the only way they can basically see each other is at work. And sometimes you shift from one job to another just to meet your twin. And you can have the same occupation. That's kind of like a very common thing within the twin flames. You're welcome, Robert. Is there any more questions? Have a good one, Cairo. Thank you so much for being here. Is there a guarantee union with the twin on a 3D? There is no guarantees in this world. Only in opportunities. Only in opportunities. And if you miss your opportunities, why did you miss them? It's a part of learning process for it. And it's nothing is guaranteed. Don't mix up a feeling of energy's guidance as a guarantees. There is no such a thing as guarantees. Even if you go to work, how are you gonna guarantee that the day after the company cannot go bankrupt and you not gonna get paid? What's the guarantees? There is no guarantees. It's only an opportunities. And a lot of the people don't understand this portion. They focus of getting what they want. Is there any more questions? Anyone? You're welcome, Angel. All right, guys. Well, thank you for this live session. I wish you a happy 11/11. Focus on you. Focus to look at inside of you in these hard times. And if you don't look inside of you, you're looking for outside source to fix you. And that outside source, if it doesn't able to fix you, you're the one who has to fix yourself. And this is connected with dependency. But the very hard problem that I see is that you're depending on the twin to fix things in you. No, they're not. They come in to push your buttons to be next to you. But if they bolt out when it's your hard time for it, they have issues they need to work for it. Or if you focus your mind to only my twin, well, the reality is different. That's why sometimes the people, they're losing disconnections with the real reality. And this is why my message to you on this 11/11 is focus on you. Evolve, ascend, grow, look deep, dig deep. Go inside into the unknown. Shine the lines there. Once you go into the unknown, you're gonna open this portion of knowledge inside of yourself that it's a subconscious. You're gonna become to have this unknown. Once it's known what that is, you becomes part of your conscious. This is how you evolve. This is how you ascend. This is how you learn about love. But when you shift your focus towards someone that doesn't give a you know what I'm talking about, then the things doesn't go well. They don't work. And then you go into a depression why the things don't work. They're not going to work. Not because of you. Not of what you did not did. Because of the person did not look in themselves. And this is why look inside of you. Look inside of yourself. Who you are. What do you need to do? What do you need to improve? What do you need to love? What you need to become? And why you are who you are. So thank you so much, guys. I appreciate being in this live session. Be love for yourself, and I wish you the best. Wish you the best.